Day 73. I wake up and everything's covered in a little layer of ice. It's kind of pretty. Making my coffee right now. Oh yeah. But that means I've got to dry everything out later on. Ice means it's a little wet. I don't want to be a little wet up here because, I'll freeze to death. Oh, so I made it to Chicken Lake last night. Awesome name, Chicken Lake. And that's probably why I have ice on my bag, is because I'm too close to a water source. Oh, I slept in. It's like 4 o'clock now. Should have got up earlier, but I hiked late last night, so that wasn't going to happen. So I'll get my coffee going. And head on up the trail, man. I think I climbed Whitney today. I think that's what's happening. Not positive. Let's lose my fire. Anyway, I think I'm climbing Whitney today, so that's pretty exciting. I get to slack pack that. I don't know if I'm close enough for it though, but it's coming up soon. Chicken Lake is not much of a lake. And that is it. It is definitely a pond at best. I wonder if my ultralighters went skinny dipping. That was the plan yesterday, but I had to peel off to go to town. Food is more important. But I was going to video them running into this cold ass water. I wonder if they did it. I'll ask them later when they eventually wake up and catch up. I'm guessing that's Mount Whitney over there. Frozen tundra I have to walk through. It's getting closer. It looks like it's maybe 10 miles away. So maybe I'm doing that tomorrow. Because it's 8 miles up to the top of it from a base camp. So it's a 16-mile day just to climb that mountain. So I'm going to assume that's a full day for me, even though I won't have a backpack on. I'm going to try to start super early, like 2 a.m., maybe 1, so I can get up there in time for sunrise. But then again, that depends on the weather. I mean, holding steady and true, there's not a cloud in the sky. So if we can keep that up, yeah. Somehow make it up to the top of that bad boy by sunrise. We'll see what the fates have in store for me, though. And hence, so the sun has already risen on my mountain chain I'm headed to. So the sun rises rather early because it's up so high. So I don't even know what time I should start my day. 8 miles straight uphill, but no backpack on. Shouldn't take me more than 4 hours, right? Of course we will. Hopefully all the snow melts off. Man, it looks like it's almost gone. Don't do that snow stuff. Not a fan. This is apparently where rock slides are born. All it is rock. I mean, there's trees, but rock. Loose rock, like you think this thing has an avalanche every few years by looks of it. I'm just glad it's not covered in snow. Just a little bit of snow, just for, trimming the edges and stuff. We don't need no stinking snow. I need to find some sunlight, kick back, relax, get me some second coffee. Sunlight's creeping in, but with a mountain between me and it might be a bit before I get some. But it's freaking chilly out here. Oh, it's hard walking when there's no air. And in sand. Stupid sand. Why is it sand everywhere? I understand rocks break into sand, but still, there's fucking sand everywhere. I'd rather walk on rocks and roots any day. This just steals my energy. But I only have 17 miles to do today, so that's not too horrible. I've probably only done like 4 so far, maybe. It takes me to a place called Guitar Lake, which is the last water I can get before Whitney. So I'm going to get as close to Whitney as I can, so hopefully I can catch a sunrise at the top of the world, the highest place in the lower 48s. Just hoping it's not cold and windy that day. But I'll take what I can get as usual, Beggars can't be choosers. Okay. Been sitting there for like 15 minutes. And about time I move my ass along, find some sunlight, and make some second coffee. Oh yeah, sunlight. Oh, and snow right over there. Big old pile of snow. Gonna get in that sunlight, bask a little bit, get my body temperature back up. And I heard my ultralighters. They're about a half mile behind me. I could hear their voices. So it's still cold enough for that to sit there and exist. But not so cold I can see my breath. Oh, here she comes. Hey, son. Awesome.
Yeah, this is great, but like it fades really quick because you're just not there long enough to adapt. Right. But I do think it'll be easier for you to climb it, but just because you are used to it.
Roar! I'm a bear.
Dude, what are you doing here?
What's up? We have entered the Sequoia and Kings National Forest, or National Parks. But what's weird is on the inside. To avoid being struck by lightning, and that's it. I need to know the rest. I'm assuming don't touch a metal sign while there's a lightning storm. But I find it weird that they stopped it there. So part of being an ultralighter is you must wear short shorts even when it's totally cold. They don't carry pants with them. To them, pants weigh too much. I think I have 3 pairs of leggings, a kilt, some compression socks, all to just keep my lower half warm. But they don't do that stuff, even in the frigid as cold short shorts. I fell down again. At least I hurt my left leg this time, not my right leg again. Just my shin though. How do I trip on such easy trail? It just doesn't make sense. I mean, the fact that I'm walking around looking up at all the snow-capped mountains isn't helping me at all. But this was a slow motion fall. I kind of caught myself with my trekking poles on the way down, but I couldn't stop all this momentum. Yeah, it's number 2 on trail. Okay. The one off trail was the bad one. That one doesn't count because I was off trail. I'm gonna take that to mean I'm allowed to have fires now. I'm still headed down, so above that elevation, I'm headed down, so hell yeah. I'm gonna make some coffee later with fire. As soon as I get to a water source though. I didn't bring much water with me. Ooh, our first river crossing. Will we have to get our shoes wet? I'm doubting it. I'm gonna find a place to cross. Okay, maybe that one. Oh, this one looks a little easier. So when you get here, just walk upstream a bit. There's a log jam. And do my best not to fall in, because it's not the water I'm afraid of, it's busting my ass. So 2 thick logs like this. Oh hell yeah, this one's got a path worn in it. This is where the hikers go. Oh man, look at that. Yeah. Nice grass. Oh, see, perfect. There's a little path that leads back. Alright, so when you get to that one, go upstream. Last few miles have been decently uphill. And look, there's actually rocks and stuff. Pretty cool. Sad when the little things excite you. There's roots every once in a while, like root stairs, where you have to walk down several of them to get down something. Oh, no air. Oh, I can't even get out a whole sentence without getting a little lightheaded. I got that between that and the size of my backpack. That's what's killing me. But I see blue skies up there, so this can't go on forever. Well, there goes my dream of having fire-cooked coffee. Oh well. I'm just gonna carry that sign with me and just plant it just beyond my fire. it's kind of tricky here because like the AT, you head up the hill. So there's blue up there, you know, well, that's at least a false summit half the time. But you know there's a summit up there of some sort. Here we keep skirting it. But there's still higher to go. I mean, look at that mountain. Oh, tomorrow's Whitney. Is that exciting? Highest I've ever been. Oh, elevation-wise. I don't know how much stuff to bring with me. I think I'm gonna bring my whole backpack, but just leave the big stuff back. I mean, that's 16 miles. I need food, water, and multiple puffies. Let's see if I can push on some miles after that. Do some badass kind of stuff. Even though there's trees, it's still pretty desolate out here. There's them and like little scrub grasses or something. I don't even know what the hell those are. But nothing else. Not even air. You can feel the sunlight a little more intently too. Like it just has a little more kick to it. And I realize I'm closer to the sun and all that, but like, you know, didn't that radiation travel like 93 million miles to get here? What does you know, a few thousand feet matter? But I think I can feel the difference. I think for the first time I'm getting a sunburn. On my legs at least. Upper body stays covered most of the time because it's kind of cold. And I don't want that hardcore sun beating me up. Desolate, but beautiful. So quiet. Not even birds. I see birds. I see you, bird. But they don't sing. That's what I feel like with my back. You feel your pain, little ant. That was most definitely the most brutal climb that we've done so far on this trail. It was pretty nice. My butt is burning, which that's a good thing because this trail hasn't really been building my butt up, and I grew one last year on the AT. I don't want to lose it. But it's kind of nice just to go up a hill. It just went straight up for a while. No switchbacks or anything. About damn time. Big rocks in the way. Yeah. If I look straight down, I could see the AT in it. Not anymore, but you know, now it's all downhill. And I'm having an easy day today. You know, I'm only going to that Guitar Lake, which is the closest point I can get to Whitney and still have water. Or I think I'm even allowed to camp. And that's only maybe 7 or 8 miles away. It can't be much later than like noon right now, so you know, I'm just gonna go in cruise control. Oh damn, I just almost took a really bad spill in front of people. There's a dude coming, well, I guess he's going Sobo, but he's just a day hiker. But he's coming uphill, so I give him the right of way, and I go to step on a rock, and the whole rock flips on me and sent me downhill. My poles weren't strapped to my hands at that point, so I threw those things for, I don't know why, they weren't really going to help me out, and just ran downhill with my momentum, and I did not trip. It was quite impressive. Had I tripped, it would have been really bad because I had a decent amount of momentum, and I mean, that's not like severely downhill, but more than enough to get me rolling. And with this crap on my back. Well, yeah, I didn't break an ankle. Yay. There's definitely a skull from a baby wood dragon. Definitely. So, I'm almost at the top of the next hill. I can see blue skies and some big mountain over there, but we go around all of them. I didn't touch that one. I couldn't even see that mountain when I started it. It was so far away. And I went completely around it. Which, hell, I guess is a good thing because there's no air down here. What's it like up there? I'm about to find out. It's just kind of blah, man. It's wandering. It's really bright. The sun actually hurts my skin a little bit. So I'm feeling gingerish. This must be how gingers do it. So I'm just going shadow to shadow, hanging out. Man, I have no more than like 5-ish miles to go before I'm done with my day. I'm gonna try to go to bed early so I can wake up super early. Sunrise on Whitney sounds really cool, man. Something I really want to do. And since it's blue skies galore, I might as well just take advantage of that. Huge pieces of stone. Remember when that stuff up there was way off in the distance like 2 days ago? Yep, I do. Now I'm right upon it. Alright, do we walk on any of that though? I mean, going over that skinny little knife looking one, that thing right in there. That one right there. Cow. That looks intense. So I keep hearing about sheer drop-offs and all sorts of stuff, so, you know, but everybody likes to exaggerate. And I am getting this, like, I guess in the ideal time, I'd have to say, judging that there's no snow to walk through. You know, I'm doing this in a mini skirt, for Christ's sakes. Except at night. Ooh. Can see those. It's good stuff. I'm enjoying the trail out here. I mean, I enjoyed the rest of the trail, of course, don't get me wrong, but, you know, it has been smooth, mellow, and easy. It's finally starting to get steep, a little rocky. Well, a little rocky. Just a few. Still, most of them are off the trail, but not all. We got sections here and there. But it's gotten to an incline that I enjoy. I gotta build up them muscles. I gotta get my trail legs back. You know, I sat on my ass for 14 days. So, definitely not quite back to where I was. But already, you know, I'm feeling pretty damn good, especially with all this crap I have in my back. Because, you know, kilt, bear box, or bear canister ice axe alone, that's gotta be what, like 9-ish pounds maybe? Not to mention all the shit I started getting out of that hiker box. But, you know, get stronger. What purpose does that? Close this gate to protect wilderness. And it is just wide open. I'll close this gate. I decided not to close the gate. I mean, really, what kind of wildlife is this stopping anyway? Maybe cows? Are the cows up here? But, you know, hicker's got a hick and they got to get through this. So I left a hicker-sized hole. And, you know, whatever cow or whatever roams this area won't get through. Maybe. Oh, gets the feet wet. Until I made it out across the stones, barely got my feet wet. I can feel a little bit, but into the desert, it'll be dry in 5 minutes. Guess I'm going this way. Random dude and his horse out here. I've seen a lot of horse shit out here, I just haven't seen any horses yet. That's gotta be the way to travel these trails, huh? Make a beast of burden do it for you. I'd be happy walking next to a pack mule. That'd work for me. Who knew it'd be all uphill to the highest point in elevation in the lower 48? It wasn't a long day by miles, but man, I'm beat. Just all uphill. Some pretty extreme ones too. And I'm still not done. I have at least, I don't know, probably 0.3 left of an uphill. And then I don't know what the trail, I gotta go like down 4-ish miles to get to Guitar Lake. Which probably means mosquitoes, because I tried to get water a little bit ago and they just swarmed me. But they were only by the water, they didn't want to go into the sunshine. Maybe they're ginger mosquitoes. This is a beautiful spot. I still have 4 miles to go in this direction. Whitney's up here somewhere, but I am beat, man. It's been uphill. And I have to assume it's going to be uphill to that. But, you know, it's only 4 miles. It's only 4 miles. But I've been doing like a mile an hour for the past couple hours, it feels like. Sun's still high. I got plenty of time. All right, Mount Whitney, 8.3. No problem. I'll get like 4 in, and then I have to do 4 before the sun comes up, so I can sleep in. You know, wake up at like my normal time, like 3, maybe 2, just so I don't risk it. I want to see it. I do not want to miss sunrise like this. There's not been many good ones on this trail, or really any good ones. Hoping for the best. Wow, man, look at that. That's some big ass rocks. Wow. So far this trail's downhill. The trail gods have smiled upon me. See how long that lasts. So I'm asking all the hikers coming down off the mountain all the questions I need to know. Seems that the average pace is about 1 mile an hour. So I can handle that. I mean, I think I'm in better shape than most just because I carry so much weight on my back when I take it off. Well, about 1 mile an hour would be the slowest I would go. Although the oxygen thing, there's always that. But you know, rough technical terrain. Most say they only took 2 liters of water with them and they were fine, and that it is really cold up top. What more do I need to know? That is a big stack of rocks. Is that Whitney or is that Whitney? Or is that Whitney? Actually, I don't think that one. I think that one. It's hard to tell by perspective because this one looks larger, but it's way closer. Alright, less than 2 miles to go. Look at that. Man. This is so far away just the other day. And now if I stopped taking pictures, I'd probably be there by now. But I just keep turning corners and I'm like, wow. Can't get enough. What the hell is that thing? Is that a woodchuck? Are you a woodchuck? That's what I'm just guessing. I thought you were a beaver at first, but you don't have the right tail. Well, I'm just gonna go on trail. I'm not gonna bother you at all, man. You just keep doing your woodchuck thing. But while we're here, how much wood can you chuck? Well, you're kind of boring to film. You just kind of lay there licking the dirt. So, yeah, I'm going to carry on. Later on, woodchuck or whatever the hell you might be. Ooh, that white stuff down there is snow, man. I bet that water's ice cold. I don't really aim to find out, but I have to assume before I'm done with this here, I will get my feet wet. But avoided it thus far. I have to assume this is Guitar Lake. Or it's Timberline Lake. Alright. I was wrong. I guess I still have more walking to do. Lame. That is the first spot of color I've seen all day. Just been rocks. All day. I mean, trees too, but pretty much nothing else. So I thought I was here, and I'm glad I'm not, because this is all swampy and murky, and I know it's going to be filled with mosquitoes come nightfall. But really, I don't expect much more from Guitar Lake. I'm just going to keep my fingers crossed and hope it's either too cold for mosquitoes, or that there are just none there for some other odd reason. Oh, I'm all close to snow. So close I can't actually throw a rock at it. What? That's soft snow. I thought it'd be all hard and icy. Oh, geez. There's no air up here. I gotta be close. My maps don't really work when I'm off trail, so they give me relative, but They're almost worthless. They're freaking everywhere. I really want to pet one now. They look adorable. You kitty, kitty, kitty. I know you're not a kitty, but you're kind of close. You're cat adjacent. This lovely spot shall be mine. It is covered in marmots, but evidently enough people have slept here that they've built a wall. And look at my view. Holy shnikes, man, look at this. I didn't even look in this direction yet. Whoa. I'm just surrounded by it. Damn. All right, I'm gonna set my stuff here and explore around a little bit. Maybe there's a slightly better spot. This spot till it works. It's totally worth carrying this Subway sandwich for the past like 25 miles. Eat fresh. They're stalking me. I went to get water and I came back and there's marmots all up in my camp. Not sure what to do about tomorrow. I mean, look how close he gets. He don't care. He ain't scared of me at all. What's up, buddy? How you doing? What do I got that you want? I ain't gonna give up. I ain't gonna give up. I ain't scared of you. Yeah, so what do I do with my stuff while I'm climbing that mountain? Great, they let out high-pitched chirps. I don't know if he's calling for reinforcements or what. Go away, you can't have any. We're being terrorized by these things. They're freaking everywhere. Little monster. You were cute until you started bugging me. Until you started invading my space. You can't have my chili cheese Fritos. He's just harassing the hell out of me. I don't know what you want, man. It's gonna be a long night. Fortunately, as soon as the sun went behind the mountains, those little marmot things went away. Oh, they're gonna be a pain in the ass. I still see one prowling over there. Maybe it was wishful thinking. I was hoping they don't chew through my stuff. You know, I have smells all over everything at this point. So, you know, I got all my food in my bear canister. Hey, look at me. Except the food I'm taking up with me. That's in my backpack. It's right next to me, though, so I can't chew through that while it's with me. But I'm leaving a garbage bag full of my stuff. Everything I own, pretty much. And so, you know, if they destroy that, I'm kind of screwed. But, you know, fingers crossed. Look at this scenery. Oh, man, this is good stuff. Wasn't for all this cold, this would be perfect. But I guess if it was warmer, we'd have mosquitoes, so I'll take this. Well, I gotta wake up in 4 hours and go hiking. Good night.